What do you do when your hips say you're a size 14 and your legs say you're a size 8? Today I'm continuing my series on adjusting a slim-fitting jean or pant pattern from within. This is a very common shape, and the problem with it is the pattern doesn't know that you're two sizes. So you pick your size based on your full hip, and then you end up with a ton of extra ease on the leg. Now, I have shown how to adjust ease on the back leg before, but I'm going to show it another way where you can remove more than the previous method that I shared. This is different because we're going to adjust both the front and back leg to fit a slender leg that doesn't agree with your hip size. So what we're going to do here is, let me start with the back leg. I am going to draw a horizontal line right below crotch level, like this. And then I'm going to draw, and actually let me get rid of this extra fitting allowance because I don't need this in here right now and it's just confusing me. Or not confusing me, but it's just an extra line we don't need. So let me just get rid of those. Okay. Okay, so again, so I've got my horizontal line right below the crotch level, and then I'm going to draw two vertical lines about 3 inches away from the side and inseam on a full-size pattern. So that's how that's going to look. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a second line, maybe, I don't know, if this was a full-size pattern, I would say 4 or 5 inches below crotch level. So this is my control point. If you follow along with me, you know control points help adjust the swing. Then what I'm going to do, just so we know, just to make it obvious about what we're doing here, I'm going to draw how much I want to remove. Because we're removing horizontal ease in 2 places, we can really get rid of 4 inches on the leg if we needed to. We could do 1 inch on each side in the front and 1 inch up to 1 inch on each side in the back. Now, generally, you know, you may not need to remove that much, but this gives you a lot of options or a lot of flexibility in what you can remove. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw in my guidelines of what I'm going to remove. So I want to remove about that much. Okay, so I like having that there so we can see. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut straight up the vertical line, and then I'm going to create a pivot at the side seam here and a pivot at the side seam here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tip up this upper section right here, this part. I'm going to tip it up until the tip of it is on top of how much I want to remove. And then I'm just going to stick a little piece of tape there. And then I'm going to slide this one in. See how easy that was? I just slid it in, and I've removed that 1 inch along the side seam. Then what I'm going to do is repeat that on this side. Okay, and again, I'm going to just get my control point also. And so remember, the first step is I'm going to tip this upper piece until the inside edge is, that inside upper corner is above my guidelines. You can see here. Just put a piece of tape so you can see. So I rotated this top section in until this little area right here is above the line that indicates how much I'm going to take in. Then I'm just going to swing this lower part in to meet it, like this. And then I'm going to tape it down. So you can see this is creating a nice slender leg. And the reason why I like doing adjustments within the pattern, notice I don't have to redraw my side and inseam. This is a really cool way to do it. So again, I'm going to repeat this in the front. So let me move my back out of the way. Oh, what am I doing? I'm drawing my center balance line. I don't need a center balance line here. I'm so used to drawing them in. Okay, so here's my above the crotch. Here's my control point. And then I'm going to draw the lines where I really need them. Sorry I did that. Okay, so right here, and let's go right here. Oops. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in my, how much I'm going to move it in. And again, remember, you may not need to make a like adjustment front and back. You might not need to remove as much in the front as the back, based on how the leg is fitting you. So if you've made a fit muslin, you can sew up little pleats on near your side seam and near your inseam to test how much you need to remove. So that's a really good way to tell how much you need to remove. So you may find that you need to remove more on the back leg and less on the front leg, but I always love to let the fabric tell me what to do. So literally, if you're working with a fit muslin, just sew up some pleats and stop at your crotch level and just see how that feels and how that looks, and that will help guide you to get the right amount. So again, I'm just going to cut here, and I'm going to cut across here like I did in the back and right here. And we're just going to slide this upper part in. Like this until the tip of it touches. Like this. And then I'm going to also, then I'm going to slide the rest in. Like this. And then I'm going to cut up the other side. This adjustment is really nice. Like I said, if you're hesitant to redraw your side and inseams, this prevents the need to have to do that. So again, I'm going to just pivot in the top part of this, tape it, and then I'm going to tape the bottom. All right, so you can see here, I now have a jean or slim pant pattern with a leg that's going to agree with your shape if the size of your leg doesn't agree with the size of your full hip. Notice none of the hip was affected. Anything from crotch to waist level was not affected. So I hope this helps you if you have that shape where you're always struggling with extra ease on your leg. If you have any questions or comments, please post those below and I will help you. If you're enjoying my content, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel because it helps me grow. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day.